Hey everybody, Jason here with Bretsburg Builds. This episode we have Lego Speed Champions F1 Formula 1 kit number 77245 from the Aramco Formula 1 team, the Aston Martin Aramco F1 AMR24. 269 listed pieces available now. So we will hop right into this one. Got kind of, well, we have some weather happening over here by us today, so they have changed the flight path of planes going into the local airport, and they are coming in rather low over my neighborhood right now. So you should hear, as always, I'll do what I can with the audio and the editing, but you should hear some more noise than usual as far as aircraft wise. That is why. So let's get the first time ever, the new bags. That's bag 4. Bag 3 or 3. Bag 5. Bag 6. Let's get our instruction book out there so we have some room. Got our chassis piece there. Bag 2. Bag 1. And our decal sheet. Maybe slightly less decals than some of the others. Maybe I've done it so many times I can't remember. But that is it. So set this aside, hop on in here, and I'll first build with the new style bags. Let's see. All right, get our driver built. The bags 1 and 2. Bag 1 open. Oh, I guess I can tear it up. I tore it open. That does only kind of work also. It appears. Okay. So bag 1 and 2 open. They're just these are just a pure, feels like it might have like a wax on the inside, kind of like a paper cup, but I don't feel any plastic on the inside of them. These might be the ones where they redid what they were doing. But either way, it finally happened. We finally saw the new style Lego bag. Driver here. So we got 2 face options. I'll show you both of those, and we will show with the helmet also as I drop the spanner. There we are. So there she is. Got a determined look there. The Aston Martin crest on the upper chest. Spanner. No printing on the legs. The back, there's just a little bit of printing around the top, kind of around the collar, shoulder area. Let's see the other face option we have. Looking pretty happy there. We're going racing, so when we put the helmet on though, we're going to go with the more determined look. And there it is with the helmet. Got green lens in there. These models of Lego face shield doesn't open. It's two pieces, but it's glued in there around the back. No printing on the back of the helmet. Let's go ahead, set her up there, and get into the build of the vehicle itself. Vehicle. There's interesting assortment of colors of the parts you're not really going to see, that they're just being used for what would you say, filler or structure. Go. Black 2x2 flat plate piece. I think so. There should be. There it is. Laying on top of another, hiding in plain sight. That is that going to be the only way I could go. Okay. Interesting. I'll follow instructions. Couple of these guys. Another one like that. That's what I'm looking for. Allegedly, should be another one like that. There it is. And then two 1x1 yellers. We're popping these on. This is a cockpit situation we've got here. Driver's cabin, driver's compartment. Some more of these tan ones popping in there. I don't know why tan just seems like an odd color on a motorized vehicle to me for some reason. It's one of them ones that just doesn't quite check out in my book, but our usual build pattern here. So I had it on the wrong end, that's why. There we go. What a surprise. You put it together right and it works. Get a couple of these guys going here. Purple onto a red. Strongly feel like that purple was, they've got a bunch of those in stock. We need to move some of those purples. that. It's kind of all locked together now. Nice and secure, sturdy. These two guys are going right on top of the other one that was there. And then we have two by two of the walls. We gotta go that way, then go straight across toward each other. Go. There we go. Those pieces are. See, with the round ones, they don't really lock in on that square, so you kind of have to finesse them a little bit when they can get all locked together. Everything can be squared up. There, I guess it's gonna be part of like the intake on it, I guess, maybe. And the other more pronounced kind of set for the intake. We're doing this, then we'll put those ski thingies on there. Eyelash just stuck on the table there. Pretty straight, pretty straight. I didn't measure that 4-piece there, but was the only one in there, so I feel pretty confident we got the right one. Those lined up, and then we have a couple of these guys. We're doing this twice, one on each side. Not so much right and left as put them together and then flip them over. That way. There. Both sides. Things which are the same on every single one of these that I've built as best I can remember. So that side, collar on. Side again, put the same. Pushed on. These are going to go on the bottom. Really should look it up and find out what they're called in real life. have some free time. Okay. That's across the back. Wing assembly when that comes. When it's time for the wing assembly. 1x1 squares. Oh, it's just one. It's got me doing one side at a time. Okay. Bottom. The top. Oh, now we are doing the other side, so all right. There. Right. Both on. Then we got a couple stack ups of 1x1s. Going 2 places here. This one for a piece. It's flat because, as I've said repeatedly, when you put the 1x1s together, there. At the mercy of how well you can get them to be perpendicular and parallel with each other. Let's say about that much. Steering wheel. That will be facing the driver. Really works best that way when the steering wheel faces the driver. A couple of 1x1s, 2/3 tall. Here, so we're kind of doing the same as the rear, front and the rear here. So it's going to go on there, and this is going to go across here. Finish off that empty area that we had, and now we're going to go alrighty, and then we are on to, knew it had to come eventually, the first decal. This one, I think I got enough room to work on, so I'm going to put the commit to putting the pieces on this side, and we will see how decal placement goes. We're looking for 25. Okay. 25 first for the side near us. Okay. I see what we're doing here. All right. Fairly straight. Other side, we have to do the same. we will do the same on the opposite hand. Number 28. Go. We have a couple of these guys. I'm gonna put them on my displayer so I have something to hold on to while I'm doing it. So number 19. 19 there. Here. On the side of the car again. Lines up pretty good. Pretty good. It's me almost knocking the car over. Okay, now this one will do different because I'm coming at it from the other side. So. Way too far there first. Not too bad there. So flip that around. Okay. Next page. Bags 3 and 4 already. So we have our spares. Quite an assortment of spares that we will push up to there. Get them to lay down so they are. And that one just wants to roll that way, so we'll let it. Bag 3 and 4. Bag 3, a tiny little one there. And then tearing this one across the top. Okay, so if you kind of hold on to it, it tears a little better, but how fun is that? There. Obviously, I'm going to hang on to all these till I'm done, make sure that there's no hidden pieces. There we have the half rounder. Okay. And then the traditional semi-round decal. Pretty well centered. Wow. 4x4. This is the first time I've ever seen just a big flat plate there on one of these builds. A couple of radii roof piece type pieces, I guess you'd call them. These guys going on with the decal is number 9 with the got the Valvoline sponsorship decal and some to be some venting, I guess we have there. Pretty fair application, I think. Let's do the same on the other side here. both of those on. Can't say they're straight, but they're complementary to each other because they pretty much line up as they should, so that's good. Those again, I'm going to put them on the displayer because I won't have room to get my big fat fingers in there where they got to get pressed down at. So number 15. Oh, there's two 15s there, the same, pretty much the same either way apparently. Pop that one on there. Switch that around here. Come back here for the other number 15. Those are both on there. Looking quite nice. One by one round, going right there. Okay. You're doing the similar to the one we built last episode. Couple of these guys going on there, and he is going to go right there. Now I imagine we're gonna do like this whole build out, then we'll flip and do the other side. Well, let's see what happens. Don't need to, not gonna get out there and go turning over pages on the book yet to cheat to the end to see what's going on. We'll go with the build as it happens. There we are. Kind of another one, kind of doing the same. Flat. This one is there. So it's going to put those right next to each other. And then back here again. We got one of these guys. Showing us how we're doing this up here because I was just about to do it the inverse of what they were wanting. That to there. Oh, it's going on the front stud. Okay, there we are. One thing that they do on a lot of this side skirt, I don't know proper term for what it's called on the car, but one thing that they really do on a lot of those is make them all just a tad bit different. Okay, so we've got, let's get our first decal on here, number 6. There it is. So we get the first decal on, can kind of set the stage for the second one, and I'm going to do the one on the more complex piece first. I'm going to try to. Pretty good, pretty good. Black 1x2 here, and then a straight version there. Now that I have that one on, I can use my how to say it, I can use that first decal on the other piece to help me line up this one on this piece. It ain't perfect, but that's pretty well evened up there. And then that will go like that. So there we are. Lines up pretty good. Pretty good. A couple of 1x3s stacked on top of each other. Going right there. And we have another assembly kind of thing happening. Goes on top, not under. And then we have the right one. It's the opposite hand one. Correct one? That is the correct one. I guess I should say correct, not right, because right or left is kind of be misleading. So we need number 7. There it is. Old city card. Maybe a bit to the bottom. Again, we have this piece now. It's going to go on here. You know, that one's a bit to the bottom. I can now adjust my other decal here, which should be number 20. Yes, number 20. Favorite bit toward the bottom. Now they both line up pretty well. And then that's going to go all the way back there. Is that right? It's just out one. Just kind of a little bit out there at the front. With that. There we are. A couple of these dragon's teeth deals on top of each other. And 1x2 going back. And then when we put this here, this will help line a lot of stuff up. Okay, and then one here. And then this guy there, and then the quarter round flat. There, we kind of push that all there and get that squared up. Then we got number 16. 16. Cognizant logo. Or just the word cognizant. Not going to even pretend to know what they make, but it's on there, pressed together, and I'm assuming it's going to go on the okay. Now we're going to do kind of a rinse and repeat here. We're going to run down the other side. Much in the same way that we did. We started out. And we're kind of doing the same but backwards again. So the black grill on the black. You don't get a lot of detail in that, but I understand what they're doing. So that one. And then we will do, again, black on black. Black. Piece on there. Gray. It's going that way, and then the cheese wedge going here. And that should go there. There we are. Okay, so now we have I'm going to start. No, I'm going to do what I did last. I'm going to start with the same one I did on the other side. Only flip it around here. Same deal. I'm going to put the first one on first. First decal on first. This piece. Way down, too far at the bottom. Okay. And some of this being the black on black does not always work, but work pretty good there. Okay, so we have the 1x2 be straight. That'll help us line up our other decal. Should be here. Right. Yes, okay. I need to grab the other end of the decal there. I almost put one on one way, one on the other way. That would have been comedically tragic. Had it upside down, holding it upside down there. That looked good. Couple of 1x3s top of each other. Going right there. And 1x3 with the 1x2. We're going to do the same as we did before. I'm going to put this decal. Aramco decal here. Still not a big fan of all the decals. Just not. Don't think I ever will be. All there together. Good. Now this situation again. There, here, and then we have quarter round. Everything's all askew. Loosened up there. Put on our Cognizant decal. That's a little reminder to pay attention there. Over. Okay. Now we, oh, bags 5 and 6. That one tore nice, very nice. That one tore apart. Again, I think it's empty. We will continue on, and we will keep the bags until the build is complete. That one did not tear as good. I was a little more rushed with that one. I just wanted to see what would happen. And you kind of got to be a little deliberate with your Lego bag opening there. Okay, so as always, I'll set our wheels on their side so they don't go rolling away on us. Pieces to there. That 1x1 still trying to escape. He's dealing. Now we need a green version. Here's our green version. 1x2. There. That is squared on there. We're going to go facing each other here. All right. I think I see what's going to happen there. I think I see it. We'll find out for sure. A few steps, well, and some number of steps away. Black 1x2, then we should have a black with the hook. Or it's not really a hook, I guess it's a hinge. Serial number 8. Yes, 8. Figured when I saw it the angle it would be going the way I needed it to, but to be sure. When you got the Aston Martin going on there, you want to get that right, because that thing is, people making the car, they're going to be a bit particular about how their name goes and where it goes. And it's kind of hiding. little low. There it goes. Well, those are both somewhat in place. We've got, as we have on another build, the blade, or like a propeller. Okay. Wind up there. Wind up there. So it needs to go down between those two. It's kind of not giving me room to do that. Right. Move over a little bit, and that can go down. And then we can squeeze. Yeah. Okay. All right. That'll work. I just squeezed it too hard. Rear wing start coming together now, and then we'll do the front wing, and then we'll be about done there. It's already dark out. I'm building way earlier today. I knew I had to build a little earlier, and then with combo with the weather and the that they were flipping the flight paths around for some reason. There. The black version of the gold brick going on twice. And this is those ones where I'm going to have to put it on prior to putting it together. I don't know if I'm going to have room to work around like I want to. All right, that can go there like that. That's fine. And then this is decal. This one, number T. This one on. Maybe a little crooked. This one, I'm going to go here because I won't be able to get my finger in there. That's where it should be. And this is, I'm assuming, going to be number 22, right? Oh, number 5, way off. Oh. Okay, good. Number 2 is the same on both because I kind of grabbed from the wrong side there. T. same thing. So you have one of them angle pieces. Moderately crooked, much as the other one. It's kind of like my signature. Number one. I want to come over there. A little difficult, a little difficult. There we go. So it has to go that way. Okay. Right? I'm looking at that right. Okay. I couldn't read what it said. I thought I put it on upside down for a moment. That would have been quite tragic. Now we should have a flat race control thing. Boy, that is printed very much off to one side. How does this one look? About the same as the other one, honestly. What am I supposed to do with stickers, folks, when the pieces that Lego prints themselves are a little off center? I mean, how can I hold myself to a higher standard when that's what they give me? I mean, just kidding, not bad. I am not angry or hurt over that in any way. All right, rear wing. Put this on here. Displayer doing a lot of work today for us. It is. This one we'll do the put the valve decal on first. Well, pretty good. Now, put this one on. This one a little tricky because it's two different colors, but a lot of the bottom of it is black. Just a little bit. I think it's not too bad, really. Not too bad. I'm stuck on my arm. Okay. I'm gonna go there. Middle, and then we have look for a 90-degree piece to pop on. There it is. There. In the middle. Okay. Now we have. That's a light like that. Yes, number 29. Push into there. And this is going to go right to there, get it started. We're going to set that aside. Then we're going to build front nose cone, front wing, front, whatever you want to call it. Goes on the front of the car. And we will build the, that's completely wrong. There we go. Continue to build the front wing assembly. These have all been pretty much the same also, or relatively close to the same. A reasonable facsimile there. Need another half round. There it is. Lying there, face down, hiding in plain sight. Little Aston Martin piece printed on the front right there. Good job. Another half rounder. It's going to go right there. Another 1x1 with the stud mill. There it is. Big pre-printed nose piece. This one, on the, at least on the front nose cone area, does not have nearly as many decals as a lot of the other models do that I have built recently in this collection. Have these two radii front wing pieces. I'll pop them both on, then put the decals on. So that just works better that way. All right. One to each side. A little more towards the inner where I put them at. Now these side airfoil pieces. One on. Go, and then other side. Pieces lined up. Sorry, kind of zoned out in my own head there for a minute. Last couple of decals here. Sorry for that caught that kind of weird edit there. Had one of those. Just a bit of a cough that would just hang on. I'd cough, wait a second, cough again, wait a second, cough again. I think we're good to go now. Peace. Here. There we go. Now we're going to go here and push this through. Now we will do the other fender piece. I don't know if I forgot on that. I don't think I could have forgotten. I don't think it was set there for the other side. Anyway. Here again, and our last decal going on top of, I don't know if it's a skirt, fender, whatever you want to call it, but it's going to go on right here. There we go. Okay. We got the front area here with the spoon / rear view mirrors. Right. So this one goes this way. Didn't have any snap or nothing. I was waiting for a snap when that popped on, but it did not have one. There. Pop that on. We got our rear view mirrors now. We get that turned a bit so it makes sense. Okay. That one was just not wanting to line up. We have the always messes with my head the way this works. So we got, this is going to be the halo. The way that just always goes in, and then it's just bend it. And that comes across there. That one didn't bend as good as most of them. That one kind of did what I don't like them to do, which is kind of like almost off center with it. Kind of, yeah, that one's off a bit. And then we have the center. All right. That one, out of all the ones I've built, that's probably the worst bend I've ever seen one do, as far as not being. Usually they just kind of automatically bend to the center, and that's been working, but that one was not. Its heart was not in it. Get this centered up. It needs to go a little more the other way. I'm particular about that. There we are. We've got our rear wheels with our spacers. Wheel there. Okay. Rear wheels are on. 2 front wheels. Alright, let's take and put our driver in here. Tell her to put the spanner down if you don't need that. Flip the halo back. Pull this back off here for a second. If I say, hey, it's got to go down there, it doesn't work at all. There we go. I've got it a little better, but it's still not. I'll get this back on. Let's take a look. So we've got our plan view / top view, side view, looks pretty much the same on both sides. Rear view, opposing side view, straight on front view. Bottom is just structural, there's nothing there to see. And the top. Pretty good. There we are. If you'd be so good as to hit us with a like and subscribe, we'd appreciate it. Helps us out, helps you out, helps the channel out. We'll be back with another build. I believe it's our last Speed Champions build, and if you're saying to yourself, yay, honestly, I kind of am too. As far as Speed Champions collection, if they did like a few of them, I think it would have been pretty cool, but to me, doing all the cars it was just a bit much. It's very similar builds over and over and over, so just my opinion. We'll see you soon. Have a good day.